you play sort of a bad guy in this film, but you had a nice entourage of real fighters. I mean, how does it feel to have that type of a crew?
Well, it was great because even though I didn't have a big part in the film, I wanted to make an impact. The fact that people would just walk away and say, "Oh my God, I'm just like Ferrigno." And so you see the other side of him, the evil side of him in the fight scene, because then, we're fighting with no special effect. We're fighting with die-hard fighting. And I rehearsed it for like the days before to make sure that the fight scene would be believable. Nobody steals from me. Stupid fool.
So, Victor, how's it like to return back to the franchise?
It's really exciting. This particular installment is much more along the lines of the first one. There's a lot more comedy. It's a lot more family-friendly. The third one was a lot more dramatic and a little bit darker. So in Scorpion King 4, The Quest for Power, we've kind of brought it back, and I think it's a really fun family-friendly ride.
For the both of you guys, this is the first time that you guys been in the Scorpion King. You guys ever been fans of it?
I love these kind of films. I love a good action adventure, and what is so fantastic about this one in particular is it definitely puts the franchise back on track with a great family adventure roller coaster quest caper ride, and it was an absolute pleasure to come into what is Victor's movie and to play his apprentice and then to play his nemesis.
It was enjoyable for me just to be in a family film. This is something that my kids can actually watch, which my movies, the normal movies I do, are R-rated for action, nudity, cussing, and so it is a nice little diversion for me to be in a family action film.
We haven't eaten dinner yet. What? Who's hungry?
Get him!
How's it feel to be king?
Stop him! Get him down!
This movie seems to have mixed a lot of action and humor. Could you talk a little bit about that? Oh, there's a lot of humor.
Well,
He
we
helped
tried.
immensely with
We
that.
tried, and but that has to do with the script and the director's point of view, and he really had a handle on what level this movie was going to be at. It wasn't going to just be chop and sock, and it was going to entertain us as well as hopefully the audience while we were making it. Were you entertained?
I was absolutely entertained. It was, I would be laughing to tears on a semi-daily basis, especially with this one, because he's just so quirky and he's like a mad scientist. You never knew what he was going to do. You never knew what he was going to do.
I
And
never knew what I
there
was
was times
gonna do.
watching him on the monitor, I'm like, how am I going to be serious in this scene? But because he had that sort of mad scientist, crazy genius aspect to his character, it allowed me to bring more comedic approach to it as well, and that allowed Victor to bring that to the table. So, and we all shared that throughout, and that's what makes it so entertaining to
But
watch.
if you hadn't have been skillful at that, it would have folded. It wouldn't have worked.
If I was like,
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
funny,
If you
Dad.
didn't understand that level of humor and that sort of tongue-in-cheek, slight tongue-in-cheek,
takes two to tango.
yeah.